It is 7:40. Welcome back. Parents, you might not want to believe it, but many of your kids are experimenting a lot more than you think they are with drugs and alcohol and doing other sorts of risky behaviors. As they head back to school, now is the time to have an honest discussion with them. But how do you do that? What's the best way? Well, we're going to get an opinion. Joining me live, Dr. Louis Perfetta, an ER doctor who's often one of the first to recognize what your children are doing. Doctor, it's so good to see you again. You have just a raw way of giving us facts. I want to talk to you about how you experience this and how you want parents to talk to their kids about what they're doing.
Well, I think the biggest concern right now with these young people going back is there's a sort of tremendous need for socialization and sort of being part of this group when they go back to college. But one of the things that you need to talk to your kids about is dealing with sharing of Adderall and some of the studying drugs, some of the amphetamines drugs that are used for ADHD. It is really common on college campuses. Some of the most popular kids on campus are the kids that have prescription drugs, also drugs like Xanax and Ativan and sedatives. So prescription drug abuse on college campuses is much more rampant than you think. And many of these drugs can be purchased online very easily. And a lot of it ends up being fentanyl too. So we have to have open, honest talks with your kids about those.
I know too, it's at the high school level too. If you talk to any high schooler, you know that they're doing the same things a lot of times. I think it's hard sometimes for parents. They don't want to talk to them in a way that makes it sound like it's okay. They also don't want to talk about it in a way where there's like, you're going to be punished if you do this. What is the best way to educate them and know that they can come to you and try to help them not do it in the first place?
Well, that horse has left the barn. I mean, for the most part, most of these young people are using marijuana products or they're drinking alcohol. You have to have an open, honest discussion with them about what your world will look like if they die from it. And that's where you start. You have to start from a place of love and just talk to them about how the whole future would look without them in it. And once you start from that platform, instead of just sort of scolding them, talk about yourself and about how the world would look without your child in it. And then once you reach that consensus, then you can have more of an open dialogue and how these drugs are used on college campuses. But you have to start.
Yeah, and I know you speak to college campuses, and you want these high schoolers to hear, because you see that end result when that college kid or someone younger is actually dead. You go and speak. What do you tell those kids? What do you say to them?
I tell them, I said, you have any idea what it's like walking into a room and tell your mother and father you've been killed? And because they always ask ER docs, what's the worst thing you ever say? I said, it's the look on your parents' face when I tell them you're dead. That's the worst thing. Those are the things that keep every emergency physician up at night. And we have to. That's what we're looking to prevent. So we have to have that dialogue early. We have to have it open and honest. We have to really express how much we love our children. Start there and then work your way backwards. And that's a good place to begin this conversation.
We're really almost out of time, but really quickly, what are the things that you're seeing the most beyond, Adderall, and then seeing things that people don't know that has fentanyl in it? What else are you seeing that maybe parents don't even know is happening?
Well, it's alcohol, especially. Get the kids not to drink from community punches because alcohol content's not regulated. Oftentimes, they can be spiked with sedatives, benzodiazepines, things like that. Also, keep them away from whippets, inhaled nitrous oxide canisters. It's something that many parents aren't aware of. It's another cause of fatalities. Teach them responsible drinking, a beer here and there. Talk to them about responsible marijuana use. And make sure that if you're a parent, you're not eating any of your kids' candy that they bring home from college, because a lot of it is marijuana.
All right, Dr. Perfetta, thank you so much. We sure do appreciate it. We'll see you soon.